Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about the back end of the Bendis era on Avengers, where you started to feel that the magic was slipping there. He seemed to start to run out of ideas for Avengers stories, and his storytelling in general started to get more choppy and sloppy. We're going to cover Avengers issues 7 through 12. So these issues came out after Marvel's Dark Reign, and we started the heroic era. So the main premise of the story is that we have the character called the Hood. He's desperate to regain superpowers, any type of superpowers, to rebuild his criminal empire. First, he had become the avatar of Dormammu. Then he lost all the powers that came with that. Then he cracked a deal with Loki and he obtained the Norn Stones, but after the siege of Asgard, he lost those powers too. So what happened after the Dark Age is that the Hood was sent to prison. While serving his sentence, he actually meets a Inhuman there, and he discovers the existence of the Infinity Stones. Because this particular Inhuman actually tells the Hood that he actually hid Black Bolt's gem or stone, and this item is of great power. So what happens is the Hood is able to break out of prison. Now, before we get into the rest of the story, we have to know that prior to this, the Illuminati, which would be like the secret society within the superhero community, had obtained the Infinity Gauntlet, and each one of the members were tasked in hiding one of the Infinity Stones to keep them as far apart as possible. So we don't have a situation where we have a villain trying to collect all the Infinity Stones and trying to take over the universe. So in the case of Black Bolt, who had one of the gems, he went into outer space with the rest of the humans. This actually happened after the secret invasion, where the Skrulls had infiltrated in human society, even kidnapped Black Bolt. So now we have Black Bolt pretty much hell-bent on trying to kill as many Skrulls as possible. But I guess he never received the memo with a great power comes a great responsibility, because when the humans went into outer space, he left the Infinity Gem behind. So what happens is the Hood is able to track it down. He finds it. Once he's able to physically touch it, what happens is it's going to take him to the next gem, because this is sort of the nature of the Infinity Gems. They want to be together. Then he appears in the Baxter building. Now he's hot on the trail of the gem that Reed Richards had. He pretty easily cracks the code to this door that is actually a portal that leads to this interdimensional warehouse where Reed keeps all the dangerous items that the Fantastic Four have picked up over the years. Then he teleports away, and pretty randomly he pops up in the middle of the desert, crossing paths with the Red Hulk, which he pretty much almost beats to death. And it just feels really weird, but you realize that Bendis needed this to happen so the Red Hulk can go to the Avengers and warn them what's going down, to put things in motion so the Avengers will try to stop the Hood. So what happens is, obviously the Red Hulk goes and warns the Avengers. One of the Avengers is Iron Man, who is one of the members of the Illuminati. He immediately calls an emergency meeting of this group, especially to check on which gems are still hidden. It's pretty interesting to see that during this particular time, Black Bolt had already died, so instead of him, Medusa arrives with Lockjaw. Another really important thing for the Illuminati is they really want to cover their tracks. They don't want the Avengers to find out that they're the ones that were hiding the Infinity Gems. But when they try to do this, they're actually caught by the Avengers. They have to come clean. This creates a pretty big rift between Iron Man and Captain America, because Captain America discovers the nature of the Illuminati, that they were like the puppet masters behind many of the major events of the Marvel Universe. So as the story progresses, what happens is the Avengers are sort of like one step behind the Hood, and he's able to get his hands on almost all the gems. They try every trick in the book to stop the Hood's crusade, but they fail each time. So we get this final battle between the Hood and the Avengers, where Thor and Red Hulk have the last 2 gems in their possession. And we get this pretty epic battle, but out of nowhere, and with no explanation, the gems abandon the Hood. They go to Tony Stark. Tony has the Infinity Gauntlet now. The story abruptly ends. I remember when this came out and I read this part for the first time, I thought to myself, like, what the hell? It's like Bendis did not know how to end the story, and he just gives us this half-assed Deus Ex Machina type of situation. And what makes it even worse is that in the epilogue of the story, we have the Illuminati again, who has Captain America amongst their ranks now, who during this whole story showed himself to be very, very averse to the idea of the Illuminati in the first place. And they split up the gems amongst them again to hide them again. Like, that plan really worked the first time. So I'm gonna leave this video here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.